Your four favorites are Boogie Nights, Interstellar, Past Lives, and Linda, Linda, Linda. This is a tricky one because I feel like you've got a lot of different vibes, genres, and emotions here, and you already saw a lot of the movies I wanted to recommend. Miracle Mile has a chaotic energy like Boogie Nights, it's romantic like Past Lives, science fiction like Interstellar, and has a great soundtrack like Linda, Linda, Linda. Starlet is about the adult film industry like Boogie Nights, but it's also about friendship like Linda, Linda, Linda. Once, like Linda, 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 is about connection and making music together, and like Past Lives, it has this bittersweet romantic reflection on what could have been. Little Fish is science fiction like Interstellar, and it's about love and memories like Past Lives. The Ghost and Mrs. Muir came to mind because it's got romance and a melancholic sense of yearning like Past Lives. In Interstellar, Murph initially thinks there's a ghost in her room, and this film involves a ghost. It's also cute, fun, and comforting like Linda, 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 but also could make you cry like Interstellar or Past Lives. I don't consider Past Lives to be about a love triangle, but I know a lot of people who do, and a movie that involves a love triangle but is also a dystopian sci-fi film like Interstellar is The Quiet Earth. Not only is Nashville one of the films that inspired Boogie Nights, it's also about music like Linda, Linda, Linda. Velvet Goldmine takes place in the 70s and 80s like Boogie Nights and depicts people connecting over music like Linda, Linda, Linda. Contact is basically the original Interstellar and has a lot of thematic similarities. In fact, theoretical physicist Kip Thorne contributed ideas to both of these movies. But a couple other sci-fi films you didn't have marked as watch that I think you might enjoy since you like Interstellar are Ad Astra and Solaris. Since you like Past Lives, I really think you'd enjoy The Worst Person in the World because it similarly explores how the passage of time and the choices we make shape us, and there's a feeling of romanticism and nostalgia. Speaking of romanticism and nostalgia, some other movies that explore similar ideas to Past Lives about missed connections, what could have been, right person, wrong time, and so on are Osaka 1 and 2, Right Now, Wrong Then, In the Mood for Love, and Brief Encounter. Linda, Linda, Linda is a movie that I immediately added to my list of comfort movies, and I noticed a lot of the movies that I think are joyful and comforting happen to heavily involve music, whether they're a musical or about music. We already saw most of them. The ones you didn't have marked as watch that I want to recommend are Patty Cakes, Stop Making Sense, Hearts Beat Loud, Mamma Mia, Singin' in the Rain, Cry Baby, and What's Up Doc. This might be recency bias on my part, but I just watched Kamikaze Girls, and I really think you'd enjoy this one since you like Linda, Linda, Linda. It's not as laid back as Linda, 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 but I know you also like Swing Girls, which is a little more energetic, although I feel like some people might argue that Kamikaze Girls is a little too energetic, but I think you'd enjoy it.